This place right here, guys, holds so many memories to me. You have no idea how many priceless experiences I've had while living over here. All of the neighborhood kids playing with me over here on this huge field that we've got over here. It saddens me that all those friends of mine are now gone. So what I showed you guys just now was that little field of ours in which we used to play soccer and football. And this right here, this was our little basketball court. Now, since we were little kids, we literally only just stayed like within this area. We did not have enough stamina to be doing full court, no way. But yeah, this place also holds so many memories for me. Matter of fact, let me show you guys real quickly like how wide this area is right here. Like, this area was so huge, man. And also, I don't know if you guys can see right there, but there's a building right there, and that's like supposed to be like a church. I'm gonna just say this right now. That church that you guys are seeing right now didn't even exist 3-4 years ago. Like, that place didn't exist there either. It was completely empty. In fact, I remember there was one point in time where like almost like 6-7 years ago, in the same exact area, we had like a huge like dealership. Like they literally just had like a bunch of cars here, and it was just like the most like unofficial dealership ever. So why am I showing all this to you guys? Well, that is a pretty good question to be asking. Well, it's because these places hold a lot of special memories within my heart. It literally just feels like yesterday when I was playing with all my neighborhood friends, when we would walk all the way out here up to this basketball court, because it wasn't that far away from the place that I just showed you guys right now. That was like within our apartment complex. This is a little bit out of our apartment complex. But man, it was just so fun, like during the summer when we would just get to, you know, gather around, have my neighborhood, you know, friends like knock on my door, and my parents would answer, and they would ask, oh, can he play with us, your son? And then I would, like, once I heard their voice, I'd immediately run to the living room to see them and say hi, and I'd be like, man, Mom, can I go outside? And, you know, or Dad, or my dad would be like, yeah, you can. And we would just go out, we would hang, sometimes we wouldn't even play, we would just talk and stuff about random stuff, you know, because what else could little kids really be talking about? But yeah, we would talk, we would play on that field over there, we would play like a bunch of like soccer and football, but mostly football. We would play tag, we'd go to the swimming pool sometimes because our apartment complex has a swimming pool. We'd come all the way out here to play basketball. We weren't the best at any of that type of stuff, but man, it just, it's crazy to think how all of that was so long ago. And it literally feels like it was just yesterday when I had all these friends play with me, and now they're all gone. So why am I telling all of you guys about this? Because I've been feeling a bit nostalgic lately, guys. Nostalgia. I don't know what it is about nostalgia, about remembering your past and longing for it to happen once again. But you know, I've honestly been thinking, guys, I've honestly really been thinking, with nostalgia, I want to capitalize on that as a YouTuber in the future when I become a big enough YouTuber. Because see, right now I'm only at like 600 something subscribers. I want to, in the future, when I become a big enough YouTuber, you see, I've been having, right now it's what, June 26, 2023. I've been having this idea ever since June of last year in 2022. Because of when I played the game Electric Man 2. And ever since I played that, I've been having this idea where when I become a big enough YouTuber, I want to create like a little series on my channel. And I want to call it something like Retro Friday. And basically it's like where I upload every Friday. Hopefully I can actually upload every Friday and be consistent with it. Where every Friday I basically play old games that people have a lot of nostalgia with. Because since I'm such a new YouTuber, I haven't played all of these old games that the YouTubers that I used to watch as a kid have played themselves. I never played them. So for example, like I could play Five Nights at Freddy's as a part of this Retro Friday series. And I've been thinking about it, and I feel like that would be really good because people, you know, really love nostalgia. And I think that would be a really good idea to have. But back to this whole thing, guys, man, I could just tell you how 2013 was just such a fun year for me. Matter of fact, let me show you guys real quickly this other place right here. So if you guys see all the way out there, I'm gonna zoom in real quickly for you guys. Let me zoom in, there we go. If you look over there, right, like somewhere around like over here, all the way up to here, you can see like it's like a bunch of like house complex. They're basically like townhomes, pretty much. And hold up, let me zoom back out. And what we had, like we also had some like neighborhood friends from like those from those apartment complexes as well. And like sometimes like they would come all the way from over there to here so that we could play basketball with them. And so it would make it even more fun because it's like they were like basically from like a different neighborhood pretty much. So it's like two different groups of neighborhood kids coming together to have, you know, some fun summertime. But yeah, man, it's nostalgia. Like in 2013, that was like, you know how like people always talk about like how like they would have so much fun with their neighborhood friends and stuff like that, especially during summer vacation. 2013, that was literally the peak of it. That was, man, that year for me, 2013, that was literally the peak of it. Because there was never another year that topped having fun with the neighborhood kids compared to that year. Because 2013, man, that was the most fun that I ever had with the neighborhood kids, dude. Man, you guys have no idea, man. Like, it's not even close. I had like two friends. They were brothers. Their names were like Alexis, and his older brother was named Andreas. And then I also had this one chick. Her name was Tiara, and she was a tomboy, like a real tomboy. And she was one of the neighborhood friends that I would play with. Another one of my neighborhood friends, his name was Makai. Another one, his name was Liam. Another one, his name was Mikhail. And yeah, that was basically like our little group, and also some other friends as well, where we would just get around together and have fun pretty much, and do all these things that I was talking about. And all those guys that I'm talking about from 10 years ago, they don't live here anymore. You see, I'm basically like a veteran because like I still actually live here, right? Like it's been over 10 years since I've been living within like these same apartment complexes that I'm living in right now. So I'm a veteran. I'm basically like One Piece with like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z. You know how like all those 4 shows, they used to be together and everything, but then afterwards like all those shows were gone and now One Piece is the only one left. That's basically me right now. That's literally me. And it's crazy to think about how like back then when I would have fun with those neighborhood friends. Hold up, I want to sit down for this. It's crazy to me to think that during those times that I had fun with those neighborhood friends, guys, I never thought about like, not once did the thought ever cross my mind, when will all of this come to an end? It never crossed my mind. It's like I just never knew that, you know, it would come to an end so soon. You know, I obviously knew it would come to an end eventually, where like, yeah, like once we like go to college and stuff. But like, man, like it wasn't even like that far into the future when all of that stuff ended. Like it happened so much quicker than I thought. I never knew that I was in the good times while I was living the good times. I think what's it called? I think people have said that The Office has said something like that before, where they say like, I wish there was a way to know that you were in the good times while you're actually in them, or something along the lines of that. But also another quote is basically like, you never know how good a moment is until it becomes a memory. And that is so true, because now with all those neighborhood friends of mine gone, I'll never have any more moments with them. The only thing I will have now is just memories of how literally 10 years ago, because right now it's June 26th, it's summer basically. This is basically my summer vacation. I mean, we don't really say that anymore as once we go into college, but I mean, I guess we still say it. But this was during my summer vacation, June of 2023. Yeah, June of 2013, my summer vacation 10 years ago. Yeah, that was literally everything. And it's gone now. And it's not even just that, like, even if we're gonna be talking about like all the TV shows that I grew up watching, all the movies that I grew up watching, all the video games I grew up watching. I used to have a PlayStation 2, guys. I used to have a GameCube. I used to have a Nintendo 64, and I used to play Super Mario Kart on there, and also Banjo, like Banjo-Kazooie. On my PlayStation 2, I remember I used to play Sonic Heroes. Matter of fact, I remember, this is one moment of mine that I will never forget with Sonic Heroes. This was when my sister was born. She was born on February 3rd, 2009, and my parents, since my mom was like in the hospital waiting and everything, my dad, he wanted me to stay at my aunt's house for the day before my sister was born. And I remember when I woke up early in the morning on the day that my sister was born, February 3rd, 2009, I will never forget. I woke up early that day, and I brought my PlayStation 2 to my aunt's house, and I remember playing Sonic Heroes early in the morning on that day of 2009. Ah, man. But now I don't have those games anymore. I don't have my PlayStation 2 anymore. I still have my PlayStation 3 though, but I don't play it. It's like it's just shelved there. It's just stocked in that shelf. And I still have my PS4. I play with my friends on my PS4, but I haven't played with them recently for like the past like week now, because I've just been so busy with grinding on YouTube, putting out all these vlogs, guys. It makes me happy to know that I have something good to look back at, but it also makes me sad to know that it's like I'll never get it back ever again. All those memories, all of those things that basically made up my childhood. But that's also like the reason why, guys, that I love this one channel on YouTube. Their name, like they don't have a name, like their name's like a nameless channel, but like they go by the name of Angel. And I remember when I first like watched like their channel, they had like an icon of like a dog that was sleeping like this. And that channel is like a whole channel basically about nostalgia, and it just made me so happy to see how like I'm not the only one that's like feeling like this, and how like, yeah, I do enjoy and how there are other people that do really miss you know, like the things within their childhood, and how they like to look back at it in the same way that I do as well. Because sometimes it really does make me sad to think about it, and it does make me happy too, but also sad. It's literally a double-edged sword. When it comes to in regards with like the things that I had in my life, all these things that brought fun and joy and entertainment in my life, I had a good childhood in at least in that aspect. And I'm grateful for all of those things that made up a part of my childhood, because man, I would feel so empty without any of that stuff, without all the neighborhood friends that I used to play with, without all the TV shows that I would watch as a kid, whether it be something like Ninjago or Chowder, or Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, regular show, Adventure Time. I have been rewatching Adventure Time within this month, guys, and all I can say is that like, man, like I am so grateful that this was something that was a part of my childhood, was all I was saying. Because man, like even now at the age of 21, I'm watching all of this, and it's like back in 2010 when it first came out, seeing all these episodes once again are refreshing my memory. It's like, damn, dude, I still love like these episodes to this day. Like I still love this show to this day, and it just makes me so happy that that's something that is stored inside my heart and inside my mind. But yeah, guys, I know this was a bit more of like an informal vlog today, and I've literally just been sitting down for the majority of this, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about nostalgia and how I've been feeling nostalgic lately. I think I'm just gonna wrap this video up, guys, because otherwise I'm just gonna go continuously ramble, and there's really nothing new for me to say. So yeah, guys, I will see you all within my next video. So take care, guys, and enjoy the present now before it becomes the past and it becomes another part of your nostalgia, where it becomes a moment that is now a memory. So enjoy the present now, because I'm definitely doing that now. I'm gonna miss this year as well. I'm gonna miss 2023. 10 years into the future in 2033, I'm gonna look back in 2023 like how I'm looking back in 2013 right now. And in 2033, I'm gonna look back at 2023 and I'm gonna say I miss 2023, because I really am. Because I've loved this year so much so far, guys. But that's gonna be it for today's video then, ladies and gentlemen. So I will see you all within the next video. And until next time, everybody. Take care of yourselves.
And everywhere I go, there's always something to remind me of another place and time, where love that traveled far had found me. We stayed outside till 2